I think, guys, I think I may have just built my favorite run and gun rig for cinematography on the Sony A7 III. And it looks a little something like this. Want to learn more? Keep watching. I am going to break down all of the components of this rig, from lens to cage to microphone to screen, and talk about the different configurations and some different things that I tried and what works and what doesn't work for me. This might be the best rig for you. This might not be the rig for you. If you have a rig that you love, I'd love to hear about it. Go ahead and comment down in the comment section and let's get a discussion going about our rigs and the different ways we use them. I have a pretty bad back, so the first thing that was important for me is something that I could hold comfortably for a decent amount of time and not start tweaking my back. I wanted something that could get a lot of different focal lengths. It could work indoors and outdoors using natural light for the most part, get great audio, just get that really high level professional quality feel without matte boxes and shoulder rigs and steady cams and all that and gimbals and all that stuff. Let's go through all the different components, shall we? You may notice that I'm using the Tamron 28mm to 75mm f2.8 lens. Now, if you've watched my videos in the past, I have been a huge advocate of shooting on prime lenses. I'm shooting on a prime lens right now. The primary reason is because they're very fast, they're great in low light, and you can get that wonderful shallow depth of field. However, I recently was in New York doing some run and gun cinematography, and I was in Central Park. I had my primes on me and I kept having to switch lenses every 5 minutes, and it was really bogging me down. And I was like, man, there are definitely times when zoom lenses are better. And I will tell you, the technology's gotten so great, the sharpness has gotten great, and an f2.8 is an f-stop that I'm willing to compromise on to get some great focal lengths and zoom capabilities. I'm not going to go into a great detailed review of this lens. If you guys are interested in me doing a detailed review or test of this lens, let me know in the comment section and I will do that. But there's plenty of reviews of this lens out there right now. But I will tell you, this lens is great. This actually might just be my favorite lens that I've ever purchased. The focal lengths are very versatile. It's very sharp. The f2.8 aperture is great and it stays sharp in the f2.8 aperture. It's got a great feeling to it. The bokeh looks great. It's just, I could go on and on and on about this lens. It's also pretty light for the amount of focal lengths and stuff that you get. It's lighter than my 35mm prime. You can get a close-up, you can get a medium, and you can get a wide shot all with just this one lens. If I didn't have the money for anything else, for the Sony A7 III, this is the one thing that I would purchase, would be this lens. The next thing I have is I've got this Shure DSLR microphone. So you're gonna wanna have some kind of a shotgun microphone or lavalier system or some kind of a more professional microphone system if you're using the camera to capture great audio. The next bit is really, really optional. I primarily purchased this for vlogging and doing front-facing stuff, but it does work on this rig, and that is my SmallHD 5-inch monitor. This is a great monitor. It runs off a battery, for an Anton Bauer type battery, for a really long time. But I will tell you that when I was out shooting in the field, I actually didn't use it. This to me makes the profile of the rig too big. You can't pull it in and out of a bag as easily. So I actually took the 5-inch monitor off when I was shooting out in the field and I wasn't doing vlog style stuff, when I was shooting other things. And this is more what the rig looked like that I took outside with me. And this can fit in some kind of a duffel bag or messenger bag situation if you configure it correctly, one of those peak bags, something like that. The only time you'd really need that SmallHD monitor is if you're going to be doing vlog style stuff with the A7 III, just because there's no front-facing screen. Let's get to the newest addition to my rig that I'm the most excited about, and that is this SmallRig bracketing system that I have on this camera. I bought the SmallRig L Bracket for the A7S III. If you want to mount like 50 things to your camera, a cage is definitely the way to go, but I didn't. I wanted something light and easy. So I got this thing called the L Bracket, and it's this component right here with the added addition of this grip. This metal grip is a separate purchase that attaches to the L bracket. I'm gonna unhook this and show you guys what the original L bracket looks like. So this is the actual original rig that I picked up from SmallRig. I did buy this little additional cold shoe thing. Like I said before, it's pretty cheap and it just screws on right here. You get a full hand grip on the right side. You can totally get to your battery. There's no problem there. It's got the holes down here to put a tripod plate on there. It actually also gives you a couple of extra places that you can mount peak accessories onto for like the strap or something like that. So that's kind of nice. And then you can tuck it out of the way when you're not using it, so you have a little bit less of this dangly stuff. I would say that if you're on a budget or if you don't really care about a comfortable grip on the left-hand side, this is a really, really good setup. You don't need much more than this. The reason I got the cold shoe mount was so that I could put my microphone here and put my small HD monitor here, and that's all I need in terms of added accessories. You don't even need the cold shoe mount though. You can unscrew it. You can go get a magic arm, and you've got these holes on the side. So there's a lot of options here. The other nice thing is because it's hollow, you can plug in any accessory, headphones, USB cable or anything like that right through it, although that is going to inhibit your grip a little bit. If you take off the cold shoe mount, you can also mount a plate sideways, and this is designed for photography. You can flip it this way and do some portrait photography off of a tripod. The other thing is they're really good at hiding their tools. So at the bottom here, you have the Allen wrench that you need to do this. You can slide this in like this, and then you can lock it up again. By locking this in, you have a very, very low profile attachment that you could easily fit back into your bag. This is gonna get you a much more stable image. If you turn on the stabilization in the camera and you hold it with two arms when you're shooting, you're gonna find that pans and tilts and even tracking shots, if you walk ninja style, are going to be much smoother, and you're going to get much more time filming before you start to feel some wear and tear on your body. And I found this to be very, very comfortable. That being said, I wanted a little bit more grip for my left hand, so the last component is this. This is the SmallRig grip handle for the L bracket. They actually make an attachment to swap out on the L bracket to give you a better grip. Let me set it up for you guys really quickly. Here we are back with the SmallRig L bracket base and a handle accessory attached to the side. As you can see, it's just these two screws right in here that attach it. You get this Allen wrench that comes with it and slides in just like this. I think it's magnetized. It sticks in there really nicely. It won't come out. I love the feeling of this grip handle. Again, it's got the cold shoe, it's got the threads on the top in two different sizes, and it just feels really good. It's got a nice trigger finger. It's made out of aluminum. It's not wood, but it feels really comfortable. And what's great is I feel like I can grab onto my camera with my right hand, and I can grab onto it with my left hand, and they feel equally as comfortable. And if I grab on with both hands, I get an incredibly stable feeling. There's just one drawback to this rig that I've found so far. When I put an accessory on, like say this microphone, the cold shoe is not a problem. It sticks on easy, it's very comfortable, it's very snug. The problem is getting the plug into the actual camera. As you can see, there's like a kind of a teeny window here. So they've created this little cutout box here, and I realized that what they want you to do is they kind of want you to slip the cable inside the box and then push it in straight through. It takes a little bit longer than if you just had the opening and you could stick the cable in there. So here we go. So I've got it in. You kind of have to just guide it in that way. The nice thing is though, once you have it, you can actually tuck your cables into this hole a little bit, and it makes for a very clean, neat profile. The only problem I had was with the USB connectors. When I tried to do the firmware update on this camera, I found that the length of the USB cables was too long, and I couldn't get it in there without taking the side handle off, and that was kind of a bummer. But I just kind of accepted the fact that I've plugged in the USB cables to this camera maybe 2 times in the 8 or 9 months that I've had it, so I'm just not going to worry about it too much. I just want to finish off by telling you guys, yeah, this is my absolute favorite rig, from lens to SmallRig L bracket system. This just feels really great, really professional, but really light. I've shot some great footage with it already. I'm excited to shoot a lot more footage. You guys tell me if you like this rig. Tell me if you think there's anything I should do differently, or if you have any ideas or experience yourself. And let me know if you guys like this video. If you do, feel free to hit like. Tell your friends about this channel. I think that's all I got for now. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess in addition to liking the channel, liking this video, you could subscribe too. That'd be really nice. All right, guys, that is it for now. I will see you guys next time.